Hello everyone, and welcome back to Kutikadas, a podcast where we bring you enchanting stories from Hindu culture, Indian folklore, and timeless parables filled with magic, adventure, and life lessons. Have you ever wondered why Lord Ganesha is worshipped first? Or how a little squirrel helped Lord Rama? Or maybe you've heard of the wise Birbal and his clever tricks. Every story we share is packed with wisdom, laughter, and wonder. Stories that have been told for generations, but still feel magical today. So sit back, relax, and let's journey into a world of gods, kings, sages, and talking animals. Are you ready for today's tale? Let's begin! Before we start today's tale, let's start off with 3 ohms. Take a deep breath in, and when you exhale, say Om for as long as you can. Gajendra Moksham. In the vast history of Hindu stories, there are those whose love for the divine was so deep, so pure, that even the gods paused to listen. In the series The Greatest Bhaktas, we explore Mirabai's songs, Hanuman's loyalty, Kannappa's sacrifice, all ordinary lives transformed by extraordinary devotion. In their stories, we find the truth that even a single, sincere prayer can echo across the universe. Today's episode is a special one, as it is one of my favorite stories that my Amma used to tell me. It is a powerful tale from the Bhagavatam about a mighty elephant, a scary crocodile, and how love and faith in God can bring about a miracle. This is the story of Gajendra Moksham. Long, long ago, in a time called Tamas Manvantara, there was a huge mountain named Trikuta, surrounded by the ocean, the great Kshirosagar. On the mountain lived a grand elephant, Gajendra. He was strong, noble, and the king of a large herd of elephants. He lived happily with his family in the thick forest, enjoying nature and his peaceful life. One day, the sun was blazing hot, and Gajendra and his herd were feeling very thirsty. So they headed down the mountain in search of water. At the bottom, they found a beautiful lake filled with cool water and blooming lotuses. Gajendra drank the refreshing water, splashed around, and began to play joyfully in the lake with his family. But then something bad happened. In that very lake lived a crocodile, a strong and angry one, who did not like his rest being disturbed. Suddenly, the crocodile leaped out and bit Gajendra's leg. The mighty elephant roared and tried to shake him off. He pulled and tugged with all his strength, but the crocodile would not let go. For hours and hours he struggled. Gajendra's family tried to help, but it was no use. The more he fought, the more the crocodile pulled Gajendra into the water. Slowly, Gajendra grew tired. His strength faded. He began to feel helpless. That's when something magical happened. In the middle of all that pain and struggle, Gajendra did something powerful. He remembered God. You see, long ago in his previous birth, Gajendra had been a noble king named Indradyumna, a devoted follower of Lord Vishnu. He gave up his royal comforts to live in deep meditation. One day, while he was lost in worship, the wise sage Agastya arrived with his students. But the king, too absorbed in his prayers, did not greet the sage properly. Feeling disrespected, Agastya cursed the king to be reborn as an elephant. Yet even in this new form, that deep devotion in his heart never faded. With his heart overflowing with devotion, Gajendra lifted his trunk toward the sky and cried out, "O Lord of all creation, I take refuge in you. I may not know your name or your form, but I know your love. Please come out to my aid." His prayer was pure and full of surrender, but because he didn't call out to any specific god, The other gods paused, unsure who he was truly calling. Only one heard the true call of his heart. The sky stirred, the wind began to blow gently, and from the heavens came a great roar. It was Lord Vishnu, riding his mighty eagle Garuda. Lord Vishnu saw his devotee in danger. Gajendra, though weak, plucked a lotus from the water and raised it to the sky as an offering with love. Vishnu smiled and leaped into the lake. With his shining Sudarshan chakra, the divine spinning wheel, he struck down the crocodile and saved Gajendra. But here's something amazing. As soon as the crocodile was touched by Lord Vishnu's chakra, it transformed. The crocodile turned into a Gandharva named Huhu, who had once been cursed by a sage to become a crocodile. You see, long ago, sage Devala had come to visit King Huhu. As they were bathing in a river, the sage began his prayers to Surya, the sun god. In a playful mood, Huhu tugged at the sage's leg, not realizing how disrespectful that was. The sage, angered by the interruption, cursed him to be reborn as a crocodile. Horrified and regretful, Huhu begged the sage to forgive him. While Devala couldn't take back the curse, he offered a promise. One day, Lord Vishnu himself will come to you, and then you will be free. The curse was now broken, and so both Gajendra and Huhu were freed. Lord Vishnu gently touched Gajendra and said, "Come, my dear devotee." Gajendra was lifted onto Garuda and taken to the heavenly world, free of pain. And from that day on, the story of Gajendra Moksha became a powerful reminder that even in the hardest moments, faith, love, and prayer can bring us closer to the divine. In fact, the prayer that Gajendra made during the time of struggle became a famous hymn called Gajendra Stuti and is a part of the Vishnu Sahasranamam, 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu. Wow, what a story! What can we learn from Gajendra? Even when you feel small and helpless, never forget that God listens to your heart. And even the strongest need help sometimes, and that's okay. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to share the story with your friends and subscribe to our channel. As always, keep learning and keep smiling. Hari Sharanam.